by the sound of that talking, you can tell that we are now live again. And we are back here at Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia for round 4. Despite it saying round 3, it is in fact round 4 of this 6, yes, you heard me right, 6-round standard FNM. There are 40 people in this building. Actually, there may be 38 now. I think some people have dropped, including our own Joe Lewis, who is now joining us in commentary. My name is Zachary Evans. I'm joined, as always tonight, by Jordan Peck, Joe.
Howdy.
And we are here to bring you this round of Magic action. So, who do we have this round? On the left, we have Drew Scherr. Drew won last week with a very interesting deck that he's playing currently, which is a Junk Tokens deck. And when I say Junk Tokens, I know what you're thinking. But that's not what he's playing. He's playing some fun. He calls it budget Junk Tokens. It's a Collective Blessing deck is what it is. It does have the Midnight Hauntings and the Lingering Souls. It has good cards. But Drew Scherr is the man who's beating people with Goat Tokens. So that's fun to see. On the right, you heard him last round as he sat in here on commentary after he won his match. It's Garrett Meadows, and he is playing Esper Mill. So he's playing basically an Esper control deck that wins via Psychic Spiral.
Sounds like a production facility of grains.
It's an Esper Mill?
Yes.
It does. It does sound a little bit like that.
Welcome to the Esper Mill, where we make
so,
epic farm.
Once you... I give him the thumbs up, because that's high tech. That's how we do it.
You need like a little pulley system.
Next week, I was going to bring an air horn next week.
I just want to say, Paper Tiger went down to Scissor Lizard in the rock, paper, scissors fight.
That's the most important.
Are you keeping track of that yet? Still yet?
Yet? Or... Do you mean yet, or do you mean still? I think
still, yes.
I quit because there's a lot of stuff to keep track of, and that was not anywhere close to being important. So, what's going on here? Can everyone see?
Okay.
Well, I send out the tweet. That is a service I do provide. If you follow me on Twitter, I will send out a tweet at the start of every round telling you what the matchup is. So if you don't want to watch every round.
Drew Scherr resolves a Gather Townsfolk. And we see another Thought Scour from Garrett. And then we have Lingering Souls.
Promo Lingering Souls.
I feel like Garrett was just saying, "You've got tokens. Let me get some too."
It's only fair.
Yeah.
Well, his tokens are now 2/2 and Vigilant.
Yeah.
I think I chump one with 2. Yeah.
There you go.
Garrett and I are living the dream. It was very interesting. Drew almost took the other token and put it in the graveyard. This is very interesting. Same end result, but anyway, for those asking, I have not been getting the pairings the last few rounds for whatever reason. But I think both of these guys are on.
They're 2-1s.
2 and 1.
So I know Drew's 2-1.
And
sure.
Garrett's 2 and 1 because he was just in here telling us he was 2 and 1. So that is a confirmation. Joe, you played tonight. You are currently 1 and 2, and sitting in the broom closet.
Yes, I decided the broom closet was for me tonight. Just did not have a good go of it.
You're playing Junk Reanimator, correct?
Well, it is Frights because I play Faithless Looting. I don't think any deck that wants to actually actively reanimate can play without playing Faithless Looting. It's just too good of a card in that archetype. I know people just like deck Junk because it's more of a mid-range deck, but I believe you're all in on Reanimator or you're not all in at all.
So we're getting some, not to distract from the thing, but someone's asking what the tokens we were to determine who goes first. That, of course, is our signature playset of rock, paper, scissors cards from Unglued. They are from the Unglued set, and we give one of those away, a playset of those away every week. Go to twitter.com/ZachSellsMagic for more information on how you can enter our weekly giveaway. So Garrett is not doing much. Is it another gather?
Soren.
He has been stall so far.
Drew plays very quickly. I'm talking about like mechanically. He moves very quickly. It's sometimes difficult to keep up with
like a little jackrabbit. And I think
Drew. I should point out Drew, last week's champion. Drew won last week's FNM.
I think Drew Rootborn Defense is unpopulated there, right? Because that's what's in his yard. And,
Yes.
Game of Indestructibility, which I really like that card in token decks.
Rootborn Defenses?
Because it's basically the counter.
I've seen
Verdict.
I've seen it in the sideboard.
Yeah. Farseek from Drew.
I thought he was discarding it to something, but he was just casting it. I was very confused what was going on.
But see, I like it because it's got that, like, it can give you lethal sometimes, or it can just surprise your opponent and, oh, you verdict, now I'm just going to get another dude instead of losing all my dudes and kill you on the back crack.
I've seen that Reborn Defense is in sideboards of decks before.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. It's a combat trick that you sometimes get value out of. All those Populate cards are very good. Like, they have a good front side. They're slightly overcosted, usually 1 mana more.
I personally love Sundering Growth. I don't know, like, I'm just obsessed
Sundering
with that
Growth
card.
is fine. If you have access to both color mana, it's just the best disenchant that you could have. In the exact colors where that's... I mean, obviously, Populate's a Selesnya mechanic, but the decks that you're most likely to play that card in are the decks that can get the most value off of it.
Yeah. Or it's like your mono white. Like, if you're only playing white and have no access to green, that gives you an instant speed, artifact, enchantment, hate that you weren't previously able to access.
I was say I like junk tokens or green-white black tokens better than Esper tokens. Simply the fact you get access to both crucial man lands right now, which is Township and the Vault of the Archangel, which are both very, very good.
Yeah, Vault is... Yeah, there's some discrepancies about the life total in the chat. I don't believe he activated and got the emblem. I think he made a token.
He did.
So
there's a vampire token on the field.
I'm pretty sure their life is correct, but I don't know. I've been wrong tonight before. Round 2, there was a coup being waged in the chat about tribute to hunger. So it's going to... he gains 1.
I believe Garrett is Hellvent now.
No, he has plenty of cards. He's got at least 2. But he does take millions of damage. But he's
they're right next to his lands.
He is a Terminus deck, though. So...
But it wasn't there.
Can he survive this turn and draw another spell is the question. Game 2, I mean, we just had Garrett in here and talked about his deck.
1 second. Can we say hi to Paper Dinosaur? He's a special kind of guy, you know.
Paper Dinosaur is, I believe, the individual who coined the term "get back to the broom closet." So I'm not sure who that is exactly, but thank you to him or her for that.
Is JB accepting volunteers to come and help clean out this broom
Are
closet?
we talking about the shelving?
Yes.
I feel like it's a good defense.
Lifetime viewers, as we see Garrett scoop him up, he could not determined he could not live through the next turn. I think he's supposed to lose most game 1s of that matchup, but
next turn, D-Sphere.
Do we know what's in Garrett's sideboard?
he has 3 detention. We just talked to him. We did like a mini deck tech with him last round. He has 2 Supreme Verdicts and 3 Detention Spheres, which seem to be the most important cards. He also has another Tribute to Hunger. He has a Sever the Bloodline. His whole sideboard.
Sever and Detention Sphere.
His whole sideboard will come in here.
Yeah.
I can't imagine not bringing in Supreme Verdict as well too.
Which
keep sweeping.
A good note is that I don't think we saw it played there. So if Drew misplays, like not so much a misplay, but just off misinformation, just plays it out, not thinking he has a verdict, and then wastes his 1 way to combat that kind of board wipe. Because he does run Terminus, but like keeping your board is really important with his deck, obviously.
His Reborn Defenses just give 1 creature indestructibility?
All of them. Your entire board gets indestructible.
Yeah, but like you said, it doesn't beat. It doesn't beat Terminus. It doesn't beat Sever. I don't know. Garrett's going to bring in his whole sideboard.
Yeah.
He'll side out some of the slower cards.
And negates. He's going to bring those negates in.
Well, he might leave negate. I mean, negate eats the front side of the He's going to have negate on the play, which will take out a Gather. It'll take out a Sorin.
But it'll take out the Anthems.
Yeah, I think you leave negates in.
But I mean, he doesn't have them in the main, right?
Oh, he didn't have him. You're right. I'm sorry. I thought he had him in the main deck now.
Oh, no, you're good. I just...
So basically, Garrett's going to probably transition to more of a control deck at this point.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, and we did talk about Garrett in his sideboard has 2 copies of Cellar Door, which I don't think will be coming out in this case, but I don't think he'll be bringing it in. But his whole sideboard is basically, there's like 3 cards against control, and the rest are anti-aggro matchups, so I think they will be coming in. Just because someone was mentioning it earlier, I will mention that if you would like, let me ask you, Jordan, let me ask you earlier, Joe, how do you start your games of Magic?
Rolling dice.
What? A noob. Get with the program. My grandpa rolls dice to start his games. It's 2012, Joe. Living the now. What am I talking about? You should start your games by playing rock, paper, scissors. Not with your hands. With these cool cards. Rock Lobster, Paper Tiger, Scissors Lizard. From Unglued. Are they worth a ton of money? Nope. Are they awesome? Absolutely. Do you want to win some? It's easy. Every week we give away a playset until I run out of them, which may be soon. It's very simple. During the second round of every Friday Night Magic broadcast, I make a tweet that says something like, we're giving away these cards. Very self-explanatory. Two-part process to win. You follow me at Zach Sells Magic. You retweet that giveaway tweet. Next week, you're entered to win. We do the drawing. Congratulations to this week's winner, which was Brandon Hart, actually.
You know, I'm not a big fan of Twitter, just for a simple reason. I think people are a little too much into, like, hey, look what I'm doing. But I have been very, very tempted to get a Twitter account just for rock, paper, scissors.
Do you not have a playset of those?
No, I don't. I gave you.
You gave me some of them.
I gave you everyone that I had with it, but I want to get a Twitter account, and I want to be at Brett Rose. That's what I wanted to be if I get a Twitter account.
Joe, of course, making, for those of you who are familiar with this, you'll know the name Brett Rose is not just some random name you've made up. That, of course, is shop regular and former stream commentator Brett Rose, who is well known for having his Twitter name be at Zach Villianco. Zach Villianco, of course, being the name of his best friend, who is also in the building tonight and who also follows me. So every week I get 2 entries into the giveaways, one from at Zach Villianco and one from actual Zach Villianco. So Joe wants to reverse troll Brett by making his Twitter at Brett Rose.
You have the match wins on the wrong.
Well, that's because that's how I roll.
On the wrong side. Thought I'd give you a hand there.
I do appreciate that.
Can I get the title of production assistant?
Sure. You don't want that on this, trust me.
I did put down tokens
The investment.
beside. I put tokens down there beside for the players to use today.
Which is a beauty, because, you know, it's a pain in the ass when people don't play with tokens.
Yes.
If you're going to play with the deck with tokens, I say you need to
one or two, at least one or two.
It is
use dice for the rest if you can.
It is a faux pas, or at least a poor etiquette, I would say. You,
See a gather?
Yep. Turn 2 gather.
Garrett. Drew gets in there for 1.
Yep. Gets in for 1.
Get that damage.
I'm talking about decks that are 3-0 out there. I know Logan Cutlip is 3-0 with his green-white aggro deck. I'm not sure who else is 3-0. I think Jonathan Wright. No, Jonathan Wright lost a game.
We were doing the math earlier with 6 rounds. Going into round 5, the odds of possibly looking at, I think it'd be like 2 or 3 people undefeated by that time.
You can have 2 undefeateds. Yeah. No, there's only 1 undefeated, actually. Supreme Verdict clears the board. Obviously, those tokens don't tap because the virtue did not matter. But trust me, Internet, I saw it and was going to correct it if, for some reason, Garrett played a haste creature and tried to pound in. So, don't worry. I'm a little bit defensive now because of the... You'll have to go back, Joe, in round 2, the chat was giving us grief.
Well,
I alienated some people on the chat because of my poor play skills. Sever on the... So Garrett is all removal. I'm telling you, his whole sideboard comes in. There's like 12 or 13 cards that come in.
Yeah. But it's good. Like, I like...
There it is.
Trading post.
Trading post.
There it is. Jordan just got very excited. I'm sure
Jordan used to play Trading Post in Standard, but
I love that.
It was in a mono black control build. That was a good deck actually that you were playing.
Well, thank you. It made it top 8.
Trading Post was like a fun win condition in that deck, but like it was just mono black control. You know what I mean? It was a good deck.
Pretty much. And then once
Trading Post was his win condition.
Well, actually, let me say the first day I played that deck was for funsies. The only win condition, literally, no joke, Staff of Nin. You could not, in any way, shape, or form, win without Staff of Nin in that deck, and it was very fun.
Looking at the board state here, Garrett resolves the front half of a Lingering Souls. Drew makes a Go token.
But that token, is there an Anthem out?
Yes. The token actually can attack profitably.
Sphinx of
not
Athene.
anymore.
So Sphinx says, hey, all these tokens, come at me, bro. I'm a Sphinx.
Yeah, so it's going to get O-ringed because Drew has an O-ring in his hand.
But do you want to O-ring something like that?
Yeah. So here's the Factor Fiction split. Looks like 2 deranged assistants, 2 lands and a negate. I guess I just take the assistants here. I mean, Garrett shouldn't need the. Well,
It depends on what he's got in his hand.
What's
We're not sure
under
what
the
Garrett's
land?
got in his hand.
there's 2 lands and a negate.
I would take the 2 lands in the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he may have
I don't know what cards are in his hand.
Yeah.
A root down defense to populate.
Make another goat.
We're going to go at the end of turn. Pilgrim. And here comes the O-ring. Yep.
Pay a life, make a goat, right?
Make some goats.
You never. No, you don't do it on your turn. You do it on their turn. They board wipe. You say, "Hey, I made a goat."
And he has a collective blessing in his hand, doesn't he? So he's 1 land away. Well, no, he played the Pilgrim, so next turn he's collective blessing for the win, isn't it?
Yeah, unless Garrett does something. Garrett may have something here for it. So.
Well, blessing doesn't give them.
Well, he can flashback souls. He can He's gonna terminus.
Yeah.
Or he's sweeping.
He wouldn't attack. I don't think.
I don't think he would attack if he wasn't playing on
Snapcaster Mage.
Snapcast the verdict.
Yeah.
Yep. He did not have enough mana to flashback Sever.
I don't think Sever's a play there on that.
All the tokens were goats, weren't they?
It's 9 to flash or 7 to flashback.
7 to flash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he had the mana to do it.
Well, I think he's leaving it up so he's able to do it later.
He did go drain
that way.
assistant behind it, so. We got another anthem from Drew.
Double assistance.
Assistance.
And then Collective Blessing comes down and he's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Blessing.
Blessing's good.
He's got the negate for it.
As you can hear Garrett do the whistle.
Dissipate.
Yeah. Yeah, that can't resolve. I mean, it's not a threat at this point, but it turns every goat token into a potential game winner.
Oh.
That's fine. It's only 2 damage. Garrett can take that and be okay.
Yeah. Because the goat token isn't a 1 base. Surprising enough, it's a.
And making goats is a drain on your life total.
Detention Spear. Oh, getting Intangible Virtue. Good
No,
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems very good.
That shuts off a good chunk of Drew's power.
And if anyone is curious why Garrett is playing deranged assistance, first of all, it's ramp that gets in the way, and it also mills him so that he can psychic spiral someone to death. That is the goal. That is the goal, friends.
Goat cheese.
Mills himself.
Hell, why don't I give him goat tokens?
Can you flash back the psychic spiral? I mean, it's not a flashback card. You just have to draw it, right?
Flashback.
Do you remember if he was playing tutors?
Garrett?
Yeah, do you remember if
He's
he...
seen tutors when I saw him play.
Got that.
Yeah. Jordan's stepping outside so that he can hook up Drew with honest-to-goodness goat tokens.
I didn't collect them for no reason.
Good man, Jordan.
And
And I believe those are the same goat tokens that were originally printed in Lorwyn. They're the same art, I should say.
I don't know. I think they look different. I think I've seen the ones in Lorwyn. I think they look a little different. He milled himself. Yes, he drowned yard himself.
Paper Dinosaur earlier asked if the broom closet had caught on. And yeah, it is. That's like my motto now. We're the world's best magic FNM broadcast that originates from a broom closet in West Virginia.
Makes
Ghost Quarter?
Card gain 2 life. Or gain 4 life.
Another blessing.
Yep. He's like, hoping it resolves. And it does look like it resolves, yes. Crashing in with the goats.
I think I saw some fist pumps there from Drew. Very excited that it's
Is
And I heard someone yell, Drew. Apparently he's got a fan base out there.
so flashing back alchemy. I mean, there's a discussion in chat about whether or not why play Trading Post, why not play just another Planeswalker. One of the things is just availability of cards. You know, he may not have them necessarily.
Well, he did say this was a budget.
Yeah, he did say that. And then also, he's playing Sorin. He takes 4 from 1 unblocked. Or it takes 3. Oh, because they are 0, yeah.
Drew's at 14, by the way.
Oh, is he? Dang it. Dang it,
I think
dang it.
he's setting up for the Super Psychic Spiral. Amazing Auto Blast here.
He just needs to survive. Does he have a Drown Yard online? I see one in his bin, but yeah, he's got one on board. Flashing back souls.
Prime time.
I mean, Drew's deck, to be fair, doesn't have any reach. You know what I mean? He has to get in. He has to kill him through the attack stab.
My problem with Goats was always that they didn't have Trample. That was the biggest problem.
Any charms?
I don't know.
I don't think he does.
Just making more goat tokens.
Making more goats. Jordan.
Only the goats is the motto of the
Is that
deck.
another collective blessing in his hand?
May have run me out. Ah, son of a bitch.
You find more goats?
And a Charmander.
Oh, hold on,
Charmander's
hold on.
good. There are 30 Magic Pro Player cards in that bag up there. Those are my tokens of choice.
Angelus.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, so we see while the token nonsense is going on, we see Garrett resolve a very big
Sphinx.
Sphinx's Revelation.
Ooh, how much was that thing for?
Well, he was at 7, he went up to 12, so 5.
And now the trick is, like, not only did he gain life, his Psychic Spiral just became the nuts. Because once he discards for turn off of that.
Yeah, well, he's got to survive. He's dead on board. I mean, he's got to survive this. That Detention Sphere is good.
Well, you can go. I mean, how many cards are in his graveyard? Just a shit ton.
I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Because
You ever take 25?
Because Psychic Spiral's instant speed, so he can pitch.
Mm-hmm. Well, we see Erase take out the... oh, yeah, he did have one sideboard Erase. So Erase takes out the...
You don't need to. Don't need to sweep the field here. I still say with the collective blessing gone.
What does he have?
Yeah, he's got a negate in his hand. He can just wait until he draws a spiral. What did he just draw? Oh, is that the gain life populate?
No, that's Heroes Reunion?
I think he discarded a card to gain life there.
Yeah, he discarded a Heroes Reunion.
What is that card?
Gain 7 life for 2 mana. It's the green-white gain 7 life.
Doesn't populate or anything?
Nope.
That seems bad.
It's a card.
Now he's digging for answers. He's just pitched his...
One post.
yeah, he just ditched 1 post.
He got Bolt. Not going to help with the 0-1.
So Garrett is going to mill himself with his Drown Yard, I think. Or does he have the spiral in his hand?
He has it. I know he has it. I think he's just going to mill, and he's going to have...
Mm-hmm.
He Drown Yards himself.
And he might flash back an Alchemy or something here. I mean, just...
Yeah, and he's going to flash it back. Yep.
Oh, this is just going to be... I think it's hilarious.
People in the chat are concerned that he's only playing 1 Psychic Spiral. Like, this is not this is a deck that he put together, but the one of Psychic Spiral is in a lot of pros like playtest lists. I don't know if people are familiar with that.
It's kind of good.
You never want to draw 2 of them. You're playing 4 Snapcasters.
Yeah.
Like, your entire deck is cantrips. You're playing with the Sphinx. You're playing Alchemies.
I saw him. I went by and saw him playing, and he had like 4 cards in his deck. And I saw he was on mill, and I instantly thought, but anything else thought, well, he's playing Laboratory Maniac combo here, with it. And then I asked him about it, are you playing Laboratory Maniac? And he's like, no, I'm not playing Maniac. I am straight up milling with Psychic Spiral.
His deck can win naturally. You can't Sphinx.
Oh, now the goats just...
Goats to get
or
rid
Trading
of,
Post?
Get rid of Trading Post. I don't know. I think get rid of the goats there. I don't think the post is...
I mean, he just drew...
Oh, yeah,
flashing back
Sever. Okay.
But doesn't that just ruin his Psychic Spiral?
It doesn't matter. This game's over. It's one of those games where you have to... So he's at least going to gain the 1 life off. And I don't mean to laugh, obviously. Not making fun. It's just you got to get every bit of value you can milk out of your cards there.
Yeah, flashback in a mill deck that uses Psychic Spiral, craziness.
Yeah.
You're losing all your value with flashback souls.
Well, it is true. It is kind of a nombo, but in the same sense, you're trying to...
Well, he's milling himself mostly.
Yeah.
So, and these are things that are going to stall, so...
Well, actually, it's kind of good in the sense that when you
Did you
mill
say
yourself...
Did you say he does have the spiral in his hand?
Yeah, he should.
There it is.
For holy mother of goodness gracious.
Is it an instant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is instant speed. Instant speed.
Why are we counting?
I believe he is doing this.
Why are we counting, guys?
Because you have to count.
It's 5 mana.
But he's counting the card. Great card.
Ooh. Thinning the deck out. I feel like there might be a Snapcaster in the hand, too. Well, I guess it's useless because it goes all back and...
Yeah, you can't. Oops, I'm sorry. That's not what I wanted to show. Sorry.
No Narcomoebas to check for here.
But he can just drown him out. I mean, he's got Drown Yard online.
Yeah.
Does he have 2 Drown Yards online?
Well, I think he just had 1.
He got 1 at least. I haven't seen the other one's maybe buried in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So
the way Garrett ranges land, it looks like he only has 1.
So we have a. So tonight we saw a Door to Nothingness make an appearance. We're seeing Psychic Spiral make an appearance.
Hey, that guy said my name.
Old paper dinosaur.
Where'd all these spirits come from?
Garrett milled half his deck. He has Lingering Souls.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. That's enough. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, I will go out there and try to find you another game.
No, that was the game 2. Drew won the first one.
Okay, I'll try.
No wonder you 0-2, Joe. Your head's not ahead tonight.
Oh, apparently it is not.
We got 22 minutes left to go. So as I was telling everyone, if you want to win 2 copies of the promo version of Cathedral of War, that's a smooth $10 to $12 value. We're all out of Restoration Angels, but we're still giving stuff away.
Besides that, it looks good.
Make sure you go to our Facebook page. I'm going to make that post now, so you gentlemen feel free to discuss something, because it is impossible for me to talk.
So, Jordan, have you thought about getting into... Let's talk a little bit about Modern. I know you've all probably hashed this a little bit. We've talked about
We've talked Modern a lot, but feel free to keep going.
I am going to put together Blue-Red Storm.
You and 7 other people at the store. It'll just be Blue-Red Storm.
Is it the Electromancer, Passing Flames? Like, is that the typical... I don't know.
I don't know if I'm going to play Electromancer. I have looked at a few decks, but I am going to play Passing Flames with
so
it.
Good.
I'm a fan of big unfair decks as I play Dredge in Legacy, and I'm playing Reanimator in Standard, which is just to do just kind of unfair things with unfair cards. But what are your thoughts of Magic really absolutely pushing Modern right now as the staple for Legacy, or what's the other term besides Legacy? Eternal. The Eternal format right now.
I'm in huge favor of it because as a newer player, I want to expand out. It also broadens the card pool. I really like the format.
Can't be bad.
Do you think that the Wizards has hit the perfect mix of older cards and newer cards price point, that good point between Vintage, Legacy, and Standard with Modern?
No.
Where it's at. You don't think so?
It's impossible. I think Wizards is slowly realizing it's impossible to police the price of an Eternal format. It's just
No,
not
I'm not
possible.
talking about pricing. I'm talking about in terms of a rich format, a good format.
Oh, I think, I
'Cause
mean, I don't know.
I never played Extended, but I've never heard anybody really say Extended was that exciting.
Extended was too small. It was just double standard most of the time. Even when it wasn't double standard, it was just ports of old standard decks. But we can talk a little bit more about that after the round. I'm on board with you on almost everything. I think it's, like I said, it can't be bad. It can't be bad for the game. So the most important part of this game is that Garrett is stuck on 2 lands. He does find a third. He does have a deranged. He has deranged assist.
Same system, so.
Lingering Soul. More importantly, Drew hasn't done anything for 4 turns except make cast a Goat Maker.
Well, he's Farseek, so it's not 4 turns. He's in 3.
Drew just plays so fast, I can't even catch when he draws cards, and it messes with me all the time.
Yeah, he plays very fast.
Garrett goes to the business of milling. Oh, Supreme Verdict. I don't know, Garrett, he's looking for land, probably.
Yeah, I mean,
found land in all the right places.
Promo Evolving Wilds. Because, you know, that's the way to evolve.
Yeah, it's a good-looking Magic card.
I need one of those for multiple EDH decks.
It's nice to see, as we see Thragtusk come down for Drew over there.
Which, in one of the few situations where I feel like the life gain is inconsequential.
Yeah. Well, this is very interesting here. I'm not sure I would offer the trade. And he's not representing... How much does Rootborn Defenses cost?
3.
Yeah, I don't care for that attack at all.
Because Garrett still has the back half of Lingering Soul, I think it is.
Every token that Drew makes is worth 3 or 4 of Garrett's Lingering Souls.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays 4 Virtues, he plays 2 Collective Blessings. He plays, what, at least 2 Sorens, right?
You can't play tokens without Soren. I mean, you just
you can. I think you sort of can. I don't know if it's too volatile. I think the rest depends on what your rest of your deck is.
Well, I think he's so good for the fact he gives you a token that not only is a body, but it's lifelink, so it can kind of somewhat matter with your anthems to be like, hey, now I'm going to gain more life, but the difference between us that much bigger. But it's also like, if I'm going aggressive, I can drop my Soren and just alpha, and sometimes just completely swing a game that I shouldn't have won. Or
very good point. Plus, he is a planeswalker. People hate playing against planeswalkers and always play badly against them for the most part.
Yeah. Because it splits your focus.
It's just he drew shortcut a Lingering Souls on all sides. And you can probably see Thragtusk rumble in.
So, I don't know if I would do that. Personally, like, I always feel like Lingering Souls, the best utility of it, if you know they're not running Graveyard Hate, is to only play it, then hold it. Because then that's like board wipe insurance, basically. Like, I've laid my 2 anthems, and then I can just flush out my souls and get 2, 3, 3.
Well, Detention Spear is a real Magic card.
Yeah.
And Detention Spear makes that play very poor. Back after the end, so
The Facebook likes and comments are piling in. The giveaway is up. I have posted a link in the chat. For those of you watching this on YouTube, you are also eligible. Just make sure you get in your entries by Friday, November. Is that going to be the 23rd?
Just going to go for the alpha here.
Not scouring himself. Is it Terminus?
Drew is the beatdown deck right now.
Yeah. He has no anthems, right?
He doesn't have an anthem out there right now.
I think you just take the 4.
I'd say kill the Thragtusk. Gang Bluff, get the Thragtusk, and then Verdict.
You draw the
Oh no, he milled the Verdict. Is that... He wasn't drawing
He
it
has a
earlier?
Snapcaster in his hand, but I don't think he has the mana to do both.
Is Jordan in there?
Yes.
We're going to finish this game out.
What's going on?
He wants to play a game of Standard.
Does he know you're commentating?
I don't know.
He just milled the Terminus.
Oh,
He just milled 2 Terminus.
He's got snap. Did he have snap?
He can't snap back a Terminus. He can snap back a Verdict, though. Oh, I apologize. I'm totally wrong on the life. I also apologize because I'm tired and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Good grief. Comes and goes. Comes and goes.
That's why you brought in me, the big hitter. Pick up the slack.
That's the opposite of what I did.
Of course, this is the guy who went 1 and 2 tonight.
Yeah.
And dropped.
so if he doesn't have a 3
You're 2 times as good as losing as you were at winning.
Yes.
At least you're good at something. Drew makes a goat. Because this is America. And we have the right to make goats.
America.
Is this his turn?
Yes.
Yeah,
He did an end to turn Garrett. And we have Collective Blessing on board.
Now we have our model worm.
Arnold Worm. Nasty.
I mean, it's like a collective blessing.
So if Garrett has a land and another Snapcaster, he can flash back the Terminus. Reading his body language, it does not seem to me that he is very excited about...
I don't know what Drew just did there. He took back the Armada Worm.
I think he has a collective.
Oh, someone was pointing out that he cannot cast the Armada Worm because he does not have 2 white sources. So a bystander has saved us from what will undoubtedly be endless internet trolling, as Drew got a little bit excited there.
Save the troll.
That miracle trigger.
Trying to figure out, be on the lookout, guys, both people in the chat as well as here for potential highlight of the week material. Every week we post a highlight there.
What is this, Sphinx?
Main phase, Forbidden Alchemy.
Getting a request for blue-white flash from the chat. Unfortunately, that was the round 2 matchup. We might get another person with flash, but might be difficult.
What does the blue-white flash run? Snapcaster, Restoration Angel?
The only cards in its deck that are not instance or flash cards are 2 Rune Chanter's Pike and 3 Augur Bolus.
Okay.
So, dissipates, Snapcasters, Angels, syncopates.
Interesting. I wonder what Garrett picked up there. He dropped the detention spear in the bin. So he wants to see something he likes. He decided it's just not worth it right now to...
Could he play Wrath of God and then disenchant the trading post? Now, he would be disqualified for using old cards, but it would be unexpected.
I think Garrett is, if he pulled a sweep, he may be waiting for him to drop the Armada Worm and catch the worm as well, too, before he sweeps the field.
It's entirely possible. You're exactly right. I mean, he's at 14 life against a deck that currently has 2... the currently only way of doing damage is with a Beast token.
And Garrett does not care about that life gain he's getting from the vault.
He has 1,000 land, Garrett does. I mean, Garrett's drawn a lot of cards here.
And he might have a revelation, too. We don't, like, he
That's
could
what-
be, like...
I mean, that's why he won the last game. The last game he won because he had the Sphinx's revelation, and was able to claw back from... Would he cast it on his turn?
Is it
Snapcaster Terminus.
Terminus. I wish you could see Garrett's hand.
Old Floyd 28 in the chat will not let the Cyclonic Rift go. He just will not let it go. But our man Paper Dinosaur holding it true here. He understands that no one watches the Magic. We're just here for...
You can't break what's already broken,
Was there
and
a
I can speak for that.
What was it?
Was there a Door to Nothingness deck on here?
Yeah, well that was the infamous Cyclonic Rift round because we all learned that Cyclonic Rift reads permanent you don't control because Cliff Markham accidentally bounced his own Restoration Angel and the internet exploded.
And this is why I advocate playtesting.
Well, to be fair, Cliff had just borrowed cards for that deck he wanted to play it
Yeah.
tonight. I actually felt really bad for Cliff, because that's one thing that the internet doesn't think about, is that when you go out there and tell somebody they did wrong, then like in front of God and everybody, then like you don't feel good about it. You paid $5 to come to FNM and have a good time.
Yeah.
Like no one's here trying to make the Pro Tour.
I will note that while we were talking about that, we just saw a revelation for a billion.
Yeah, I saw it.
7.
How much was it?
7. Garrett just drew a fresh hand.
I mean,
Well, the first 7 cards were so good, Tim figured he'd go on, grab 7 more.
I love that card.
You know what I just realized, even when this game's over? 2 more hours of Swiss. Everyone who's interested, we're going to IHOP after the games are over.
I say we go now. Who cares about Magic?
Commentate from IHOP.
The waitress is giving us a stinky look, and
I wonder if there is a way. We have talked about that in the past. Is there a way to like Skype somebody in to do commentary or something like that? That'd be fun. Unfortunately, I think my computer would literally explode.
Who would we Skype in? Who? LSV.
Garrett pitched a bunch to.
I don't know. Is your mom available?
There off the end of turn.
No, she's not. In Morgantown.
She's in Morgantown.
And here it comes finally. There it is.
The worm.
What is interesting here that you can't? Maybe I should take a picture. What is interesting that you can't see? Because obviously we're only watching the table. Is there's a crowd out there gathered around the feature match. Like that's like, yeah. Here's my camera.
Okay. My phone.
I got my digital camera.
Okay.
I wanna see this.
Was I wrong?
You're wrong this time.
Oh.
Last round it was.
Well, apparently I lied to you, but last round there was. I guess it depends on who finished his win and whatnot. Oh, he drew another Sphinx's Revelation.
And he's Revelation for another 7?
Here's your highlight. In 3 turns, Garrett's drawn 14 cards. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
He Revelation for
While you missed is that Garrett Revelation for 8 the following turn.
It's like Mill, only better because you get to hold the cards.
Well, you find your win.
Yeah.
And again, people are earlier talking about why was there only 1 Psychic Spiral. He only needs 1.
Yeah.
Like no one's playing like. There's no like. There's no surgical extraction in this format. And yes, like Graveyard Hate exists, but like.
Well, you know what I like? The beauty of this game is Drew's at 37 life. And honestly, he's not in the driver's seat of this game.
Drew's going to lose this game with over 36 life. Yeah. Drew can't win from this point. It's impossible. Garrett had 6 cards in hand and drew 15 in the last 3 turns.
Yeah.
That is not a. This is very.
And here's all the pitches.
There was one thing people talking about now. People in the chat.
Right now.
People in the chat now arguing over who gets to be Skyped in on the stream. One thing I have thought about doing is just like a Google like a Google Hangout, like one of those things where everybody just like. Yeah. I think it'd be interesting just to get people from like all the people who watch the stream. I don't know if there's any function to that, but it just seems neat. Guy Center Monk comes down. Uh-oh, we see low battery warning from my iPod. Remind me to plug that in between rounds.
Did Drew just bend the...
Yeah, it got dissipated.
Okay.
There's no way Drew is revolving another spell. I guess Garrett has not found the Psychic Spiral.
He continues to dig. Or he may be just be going for max value right now.
No, he's not going for max value. He drew 15 cards. He's just digging for it. I know he has an Unburial right, so he can... isn't there a Sphinx?
Beat for Sphinx!
The Sphinx might not be in the deck anymore, actually.
We saw it last game, so I don't know. Unless
in game 2?
Game 2, yeah. Unless he sideboards it out this game. Unless he sideboarded out this one, which I did not see Garrett go through sideboard, so...
I was hoping he wasn't scooping his man up to concede. Drew would say, whoa.
Drew, of course, being a good sport with just lands in his hand, still playing it out.
And that's the thing, though.
If you draw...
Hold the lands.
If you draw a Hurricane...
Drew has...
and to draw 2 more Hurricanes, you might be back in it.
You never know. Slime Molding, that's a card. You pour all your mana, get a 20/20 that you have to bounce with an unsummoned.
And here there we see a Psychic Spiral, and the bad joke of the night goes to chat member Aurum Samite Healer with things are spiraling out of control.
I feel like,
congratulations
here's the thing.
For a joke my dad would make. I'm laughing with you, not at you.
If we get a highlight,
I appreciate that.
Of this deck, that's the title. Bam.
Spiraling out of control. There we go. Highlight of the week.
That should be a contest every week.
For almost his entire deck.
Yeah.
It's going to be probably 40.
He only has like 2 or 3 cards left.
Yeah.
Why are we counting? It's easier to count how many cards are left. Oh, he did. I thought that only the 2 or 3 cards was what was left in his deck.
And this is why I like homebrews. They do weird stuff, weird ways, and stuff happens.
Yeah, and Drew just goes there and gives a shake there. Yep.
Congratulations to Garrett Meadows with a very
3-1.
fun. He is 3-1 with Cellar Door in his 75. Take that, Internet. Take that, America. Al-Qaeda trying to keep us down. We got Cellar Door. We're going 3-1 in this. There it is. Look at it. Inadvertent promo shot there from the Psychic Spiral. So congratulations to Garrett.
From what I can see here, Garrett's deck is pretty much just a Esper control deck, control field, and then just that's his win con. Then you can get there.
He is. You're exactly right. He can win. He can win some games with Sphinx and Bethune or Snapcaster or Lingering Souls beatdown, but you're exactly right. He is a control deck, and his win condition of choice is milling every cards.
Yeah, that's why when I looked at it initially when I saw it, like
I'm switching back here, gentlemen.
They might be playing Laboratory Maniac as an additional condition, which doesn't seem unreasonable.
I mean, you could be a lot worse off than having a single copy of Laboratory Maniac. Although I think it's very difficult to draw literally all of your deck. I mean, he had as much mana as possible, reasonably. He had as much mana as could be reasonably expected, and still had no chance of drawing his entire deck. He still had like. I mean, both games that he spiraled, you think the spiral would kill him, but neither game the spiral actually killed him. It was he still had to drown yard him afterwards, didn't he? So, but I mean, it effectively kills him. But anyway,
yeah, it's like he said before, like he can just land a Jace or do something.
He can do that. He can land a Jace.
There's one thing I'd like to bring up.
Okay.
Like offhandedly, whenever we're done talking about this match.
I'm done talking about this match. Garrett Meadows moves on. So you do a deck tech in here the round before. That's good karma.
And then you learn.
Go to the next round. You get a feature match, and then you. We've run pretty good on feature matches tonight. Even the game that caused me to be a little bit upset in terms of the interaction we had rules-wise. We've had some good Magic tonight. I want to tell you right now, if you're just joining us, you're definitely going to want to go back and watch either on Twitch, they do archive the videos there, or on Sunday when I post the YouTube videos to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ZachSellsMagic. Round 2, Brandon Hart with Esper Control, Adam Vickers, the local legend, with Blue-White Flash. That was a heck of a Magic game in Game 2.
Yes. I stood there and watched that game as it was happening.
I mean, it was...
I don't know. Some of the guys probably must have... I was the guy who made the Augur Bolus die.
Okay, good.
Yes,
good.
I looked at that, and then I was like...
Someone...
It may have mattered because Vickers had Moorland Haunt, and I knew he didn't have any other creatures in his graveyard, and that is a setup I will more than happy to chime in there to clean up the game state. I hate that part. Do it right. I believe in proper Magic play mechanically like that. So
yeah, there was discussion in the chat about whether or not they noticed that, and then literally right as they asked about it in the chat, it was taken care of. That is time. We're done with this round. Jordan, you do have a little bit of time here before we start off the next round.
I was just going to advocate like the store that I got this altered card from, and I wanted to give them some press for it because I'm in love with them, and I wanted other people to know.
Okay, so Jordan has been. Jordan, I'll let you finish what you're talking about there, but Jordan has been getting into Commander a lot in the last 6 months or so.
Yes.
You like to pimp out your deck. Yes. You like to have alternate art and altered cards. Recently, you're building Jehoira, right?
Yeah, and this is a land.
What are you building?
Joyra Vigatu. She's a 2-mana suspend.
Oh yes.
Okay, so this is real. This is not a proxy.
Yes, this is a real overgrown tomb.
Okay, so Jordan just recently purchased this.
And it's fully foiled out. It's like their own inking on top.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but that is a foil overgrown tomb.
And the reason I bring this up
also conveniently blocks Joe Lewis out.
It's Joe Lewis.
Let's just talk for the rest of the tournament, just like this.
But
okay.
$20 for that card.
$20. Okay, how much does a regular foil overgrown tomb cost?
I'd like $4 or $5 below that, and free shipping off eBay. Very respectable. It took about 2 days to get here, and it's good quality card.
So what they do.
Did that come? Was that the card included?
No. This is not.
Yes.
It's not an actual overgrown tomb.
That's the whole price of everything. It was $20.
It's not an actual overgrown tomb. It's a print of the.
No, it's like if you.
No, it's an overgrown tomb because you can feel the layer of print of ink or whatever. It's an actual overgrown tomb.
And these guys.
That was $20.
Yes, $20.
How much does a real overgrown tomb cost? Let's look it up.
Regular overgrown tomb non-foil is $20. Did they foil?
How's that possible?
Because, and here's why I'm advocating it. This Friday and Monday, alteredprints.com are going to have a sale on eBay, and they will be doing auctions
Good job, Garrett.
for
Good job.
these altered cards. They're doing about 90. They're doing it for charity.
Oh.
And they're doing, like, Restoration Angel is for war veterans who have been injured. Mael is for animal abuse, so it's fitting because, you know, she summons animals and war veterans. And then,
I'm sorry to interrupt. Alteredprints.com?
yes.
Is that how
I think
is that?
Altered, ALTERED, prints.com.
So, normally you can buy these, like buy it now, and it's obviously more expensive. Like this is like 60 or 50, somewhere around that normally. But if you get on the auctions on this coming Friday and Monday, and they do some random ones, they're going to have about 90 cards up. And I just thought I'd give them out. You know,
We say it's for charity, right?
Yes.
And that's Monday through Friday or whatever?
Yes.
There will be some more info on our Facebook page. I'll put that up late. I'll put that up tomorrow or something, or later tonight during the break or whatever. That's always for a good cause.
Yeah, and you're getting a card out of it. Like
It's something that a lot of people don't do. In the past, we talked about. I'll make another note. You remember, if any of you watched our Star City Invitational coverage, or you were there, or both of you guys probably saw it. Artist Billy Tackett, he's like a horror illustration. He's an illustrator. Like he did some pretty sweet play mats that we used in our feature match area, and then they were given away as part of the raffle for the convention later in the convention, at the end of the convention rather. And it's basically like $8 buys you a blank play mat, and then he charges you $15 to do a custom sketch on it with a Sharpie or whatever. The one I'll post a picture of it and information on how to get to them. But basically, you're looking at, give or take, like $25 for a custom-made play mat. You can commission it to him. You can say, hey, I want a zombie version of this guy or whatever. Picture, portrait of me and my family and zombified. He'll draw, and it's like $25. You can't get them printed. You can't go buy some of the exclusive art play mats for less than $25.
Yeah.
So, but it's a good thing to make, whether it's altered cards or whether it's play mats or anything else. Like, especially EDH or Commander deck. Like, that's something you're going to own forever. For me, it's my cube. I've had some alters done for my cube. Like, it's the way of like showing ownership. It's a way of taking pride in. It's something you're going to own for a long time.
It's like how many other people are going to have this specific card or something, and it's like it's a good investment all around, I think. I just really wanted to do it because they do quality work, and it's something I figured we have.
Yeah, I've just posted in the again, go to facebook.com/XSellsMagic. After the event tonight, there'll be more information on that, as well as my recap post on Sunday. But they do have an eBay store also. You can check that out. I've posted a link in the Twitch chat, so check that out. Already getting some good feedback there. Also getting comments that I look like I should be in the Deftones, which I'm fine with that. It's good. It's a good band. I think I play bass in the Deftones, no problem. But like I said, our artist's name is Billy Tackett. We've mentioned him before. I need to get in touch with him to find out if anybody's actually taken him up on that. But I cannot. The one I really like is that Zombie SpongeBob. He's a horror. If you've ever seen the sleeves of the Zombie Uncle Sam, I want your brains. That is back on card sleeves and stuff like that. That's Billy Tackett. Like, he drew that. That's his thing. Is he takes pop culture and zombifies it.
It's so sad though that the sleeves they're putting on, I think, are Legion or something. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's like the worst quality sleeves.
Yeah, they're not the
awesome
greatest
art.
sleeves, but they're cool. I mean,
it's like
so.
you take the hit that way, but
We should have him make zombie Adam Vickers sleeves and then
make him playmat giveaway.
That's gonna have to be one of our like a poll on Facebook or something this week. Is what do you want to see, Adam Vickers? You want to see tokens? Do you want to see shirts? Do you want to see sleeves?
We should do him as a parody card of some female.
Token.
Some female, like Mael or something. And
now it's a Martin Lawrence movie. You just turned our promotion into a Martin Lawrence movie. So good that we could get the local legend on the stream tonight. But anyway, like I said, everything we talk about, things like this, where we talk about links or interesting things like that, there's a recap post every Sunday. I take Saturday off. Saturday's me time. We're cube drafting tomorrow, so if you're in the area, come down to Legion. No cost. Peasant Cube and my regular cube, both going to be in action. You coming?
Yes.
You coming?
I will be down here later on in the afternoon. Yeah.
Deck lists, judge calls, everything you want.
Yes.
We're going to be
I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to be cyclonic rifting the hell out of everything.
Our own stuff, their
Air
stuff.
permits, bottled drinks, the
Games
store,
next to us.
people,
I would say, if any nobody
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Zach, your cube, I love your cube a lot.
Cube
I feel
is
it's
fun.
a very good balance between power cards and it just has a good balance and feel to the cube. I haven't had a chance to play
Scotty's is a...
but I know he is sleeps with it every night apparently.
He's very excited about it. He wanted to build one. It's a peasant cube, so it's commons and uncommons. It feels a lot like draft. It's a good limited
To me,
cube.
that's the dream of draft. Equal power balance on every pack, right? Like it's very well tuned to the point where you're not getting dead packs or like someone's like just drafting this amazing bomb.
Getting questions about where we are. Was this Charleston, West Virginia, the Mountain State? Actually, it's South Charleston, West Virginia. There's a difference, but it's close enough.
What was the old slogan that we had to revoke because it was crap?
Are
Something
you
about
talking
work.
about for the state side?
Open for business.
Yes, open for business was the motto for the longest time. With,
It used to be
Joe
wild.
Manchin.
It's almost heaven, West Virginia.
Paper beat. Scissors beat paper.
Scissors beat paper. Thank you, Garrett.
Well, I mean, if you
Congratulations,
say-
you got highlighted tonight. Unless something else happens.
Mill for 30?
No, it wasn't that. It was the back-to-back Sphinx's Revelations for 7 and 8.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Draw 15 cards?
Yeah, it seems like a
I
winner.
feel like if you just link them together, like Wild and Wonderful, Open for Business, that's prostitution territory. Is where
You
we're
know
getting
what
on.
is? That's funny. We did manage to work prostitution into the stream tonight, so thank you, Jordan, for that.
From the Asian.
What I am excited about though is if you're not familiar with West Virginia, like it's a gorgeous state. So if you want to ski, very reasonable. If you want to ski on the East Coast, like Canaan Valley, Timberline, Snowshoe, Winter Place, all very reasonable. In the summer, you come down here, you go whitewater rafting.
Another thing as well too.
Zip lining.
If you want to jump off a bridge legally.
See, there's only 2 places in the country that you can legally jump off a bridge. One place out in Utah or something, and 1 day a year off of the New River Gorge Bridge.
Which was for the longest time
Yeah.
the largest steel single span bridge in this hemisphere.
And if you want to end it,
Beauty.
bring a joke bungee cord. Cut it.
Yes.
It'll be a beauty for everyone. Everyone will love it. It's a good
So,
break.
Beardy plays, doing a lot of chatting he's from Michigan. He says, where are you in Michigan? Because my wife's from Michigan, and that's where I go for Christmas every year. So if you're close enough, maybe we can jam some sweet games of Magic.
Well, I have to admit, the smell of soy sauce.
Oh,
is
I'm going to Detroit. Grand Rapids, a little bit far away.
That's
We got Virginia. That's a good. Just roll call in the chat. Where's everybody from? We got Michigan. We got a Virginia.
Let's do a chat hookup. If you're single out there,
Okay.
which where you're at.
Now we're getting in
looking
deep.
for love.
Nope, that's not
All the
happening.
wrong
We're taking a
places.
break. You start talking about Twitch chat hookups, then that's it. We go on break.
You're going to break.
So
Quebec.
we got a Quebec. We got a New Jersey, Ohio. I believe Allie's from Athens. It goes to OU. MTG mingled. Kansas.
We got a 6-year-old female from Cali. Let's try it, boys.
Sweden. We got Sweden. Australia. Also, Descent watched last week. I think Descent 101 you watched last week, right? Another Michigan, California, Ontario,
Now, Sweden,
Ireland.
now,
Here's what's fun too. Y'all could be making this up, and I don't. There's no way for us to choose.
you said there was a
Kazakhstan.
guy from Greece once, right?
He used to tweet all the time. I don't know if he actually ever watched, but he used to tweet all the time to try and win. He stopped doing it.
If people are actually from other countries, I'm assuming you all are bilingual, and they learn English. Otherwise,
They
how do you
wouldn't be
understand-
watching this. The whole world speaks English. We're the only ones that are not. Nice. Okay, so
How are
I
you
don't
not
want
drowning?
to.
Are you
And then
a
of course
mermaid?
Joseph Messer, who helped commentate 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
He is down in where Chapmanville. So anyway, we're going to take a break. They're pairing up. I need to go get a pairing sheet this time to figure out what the records are. So we're going to take a quick break. Going to go on mute. Go back
Eat
to the
your
camera.
local-
We will be back shortly.